Today, let's learn how to make sugarcane farms at 3 different levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. As you guys know, sugarcane is oh so sweet. This first one I'm going to show you just requires 4 blocks: a water bucket, a block of your choice like stairs, sugarcane, and sand, dirt, or mud. All you have to do for this one, dig a hole in the ground, place your water. If you would like to, you can place your block in there to be waterlogged. Take out the block next to this with sand, dirt, or mud, and then you can place down your sugarcane, and there you go. The nice thing about this style of farm is that it is very simple and you can build it infinitely. And like I said before, for waterlogging blocks, you can do stairs, slabs, mangrove roots, lily pads, or even chests. The only drawback to this farm is that it is manual, but if you're like me and you like doing manual farms from time to time, this is right up your alley. Another positive of this farm is that you will not have a lot of losses, which is actually really great if you need a lot of sugarcane. But again, this is just for beginners, and it's something I start out with in almost every single world that I have. This next one that we're building is the intermediate level, and it can be built with the following blocks: a water bucket, a chest or a barrel, a hopper, an observer, a piston, a building block of your choice, mangrove roots, and sand, mud, or dirt. What we can do is put down the chest with the hopper running into it, place down a building block with your sand on top. Behind that sand, we're going to place our mangrove roots and then take our water bucket and waterlog it. Then we can take our building block and place it there again, put the piston on top of that, go to the back and place the observer facing forward so the face comes out this way. Put a block right behind the piston, and I forgot the most important part is the redstone dust. Place it right on that block, and then you can take your sugarcane and place it down, and you're done. You can encase this in glass to reduce your losses, but it's automatic. You can leave it and it does all the work for you. You can even make it tileable and have it push everything into a water stream to feed into your hopper and chest. This is a great option if you want to try out some redstone but you've never really done it before, and it's better than our beginner version. This is normally the one that I like to go with because it's really simple and I can build it in multiple stages and it just works for me. Before we go into the advanced farm, I want to talk about our sponsor for this video, the like button. You should hit it. And here is the advanced farm, which is very similar to our intermediate farm, but we get to use more redstone and set it and forget it. Everything is controlled by this flying machine that I can activate with this lever, and then once all of the sugarcane is broken, it will fall down and this minecart will pick it up. Once this goes through the entire system, it will come back and drop everything off at this chest. To build this one, you're going to need to make a platform that is 9 by 11. Once your platform is built, we're going to build the collection system. All you have to do is dig out these 2 blocks off of this corner and place a double chest down there with a hopper running into it. Off of this hopper, we can put a building block here and get rid of a temporary block, and then also put a block right next to it with a lever on it. Once that's done, we're going to come to the opposite corner and we're going to build out by 1, put a temporary block, and then place a building block there with a lever on it as well, activating it. Next, we're going to go through this entire platform and replace a few of these with redstone blocks. What these redstone blocks will do is power powered rails to keep pushing the minecart on. I haven't had any issues with placing these randomly, so just kind of place them wherever your heart desires, and if it doesn't seem like it's getting there, just put another one down. When you're done, it should look something like this. I know it's not perfect, but neither am I. Then we can go ahead and grab powered rails, and a hopper minecart. We're going to put a powered rail on the hopper, and then just snake normal rails until we hit a redstone block and put down a powered rail. Once you get to the final block, go ahead and place a powered rail as well, and it should be on thanks to your lever. Now this is a good time to test to see if your minecart system will get all the way through. So go ahead and place it down and start it, and let's see if we need to place down any more powered rail. It looks like we might be good, so I'm going to go on to the next step. Next, we're going to take another building block and we're going to build off of this block right here by building up by 1, taking this block out, and then we're just going to make a ring around the outside of the bottom platform. When you're done, it should look something like this. Next, we can take mud blocks and mangrove roots, and we're just going to alternate them throughout the inside of this platform. And the reason that I use mud blocks is because mud blocks are just a little bit shorter than grass or sand, plus sand would fall down, which would be bad. But the mud is shorter, so it allows it to go into the hopper minecart without any issue. The mangrove roots are just to provide water to the mud blocks, so that way the sugarcane can stay hydrated. Once your blocks are placed in, go ahead and take your water buckets, and you're going to go ahead and waterlog all of your mangrove roots. After that's done, go ahead and place in your sugarcane on top of the mud blocks. Okay, next is the really fun part. We're going to go to the center of this farm. We're going to build out by 5. Once there, we're going to build up by 2, and we're going to replace this block with a piece of obsidian. Next to that, we're going to place a note block, and then off of this note block, we're going to place a observer so the arrow points this way. Off of the observer, place a sticky piston, and then we're going to use 2 honey blocks like so. Then we're just going to take these 4 blocks and reverse them. Go ahead and take your honey blocks going like this, take your piston going this way, and then take your observer going like so it should look something like this. Then we can build the obsidian and the note block on the other side. And now we can test out our flying machine. All right, that seems to work pretty smoothly, so let's move on to the next step. If you would like to keep this as a manual farm where you can just hit this and it goes once and you collect whatever's there, all you have to do is build off of the back 2 honey blocks by 4. Sorry, I meant 4 on that side and 3 on this side. Because then whenever you hit the note block, it's going to take... Oh, I have this backwards. I see what I did wrong. Note block there. Obsidian there. Come back. No. I'm destroying my farm. What? Get out of there. There we go. So every time the note block is activated, it activates the observer, which then sends it on to the next module. And if you want to get your steps in for the day, you can definitely hit the note block manually, but let's set up a trigger so it can do it automatically. All right, this circuit is pretty simple. We're going to place down a temporary block and then a building block next to that, taking out the temporary block. Then we're going to take an observer facing into this observer, or at least on top of this block with the arrow pointing at you. Then we're going to take 2 blocks building this way, and then 3 more going this way. Then we can take 2 repeaters and place them down like so, setting them to 4 ticks. Then you can connect it all up with some redstone, and this thing should go on its own whenever it gets sent back. But we need to build this circuit on that side. And there we go. This farm will now run until I decide to have it stop, or if it bugs out, which does happen with redstone from time to time. But if you wanted to be able to toggle this on and off, it's really simple. So to turn it on and off, all we have to do is move this observer. So we're going to go ahead and build down by 2, taking a sticky piston and placing it on top of that block right there, and then the block on top of the sticky piston. Go ahead and throw a lever on that. Activating it will reach up and grab that, and then we can just bring it down, and that should keep it off. Then to turn the farm back on, just flip the switch and it will activate the flying machine and you're good to go. And if you get tired of the note blocks going off, just place a piece of wool on top of it and it will still activate, but you won't hear any sound. Another great thing about this is that if you wanted to, you could easily just take out this chest, place down a crafter, go ahead and toggle everything except 3 spots, and place a barrel in front. Then all of your sugarcane will flow into the crafter and create paper. Except I don't think that's what my classmates in high school meant by getting paper. But if you want to know more about the crafter, you can definitely click this video and find out how to get infinite wood. But I'm OddManMC, and I'll see you guys next time.